competition behind him gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about news from the week, including minicamp, who excelled, who sucked, and much more. Live with Aaron and John. Yo, 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 what's up, John?
Yo, 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 what's up, Aaron?
Welcome, everybody, to Harry Hog Football, episode number 521. That's episode number 500 in Sean Taylor's second jersey.
Yes, sir.
You know what I heard on Al Galdi today? His show?
Huh.
Dude, I swear he's copying us.
Copying us? How is he copying us?
Because he said today is because he's on episode 84, and he was like, today's the Gary Clark episode. And I was like, dude, you totally stole that from us.
He's totally, absolutely watching Harry Hog Football.
He totally is.
Every week. Listening to me sitting here eating taquitos while I'm on the air.
Drinking my white pants.
Drinking your white legs.
White legs. Dude, it's actually kind of good. I'm surprised.
Well, dude, I'm sporting my Heineke jersey. Number 4.
Dude, I love that jersey. Too bad he's going to be a backup.
Oh, that's what you see. That's what you think.
Do we want to talk about that? It's a good
Let's
segue.
go right into it, dude. That's a good way to go into it because we need to talk about, first and foremost, the quarterback situation at minicamp.
According to Ron Rivera. Oh, wait. Another way that Al Galdi copies us is he plays a Joe Gibbs laugh track.
No way.
Yeah, and it's not as cool as ours either.
No.
It's one where he's like, ha 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 ha. It's not this cool one.
Dude, I bet he does listen to us, or somebody is, or some, you know what? A little secret. A lot of times it may not be those guys that listen to us, but the engineers and the producers that in the studio that listen to stuff like this.
I don't know. I love his podcast though. Ever since the whatever that's Redskins radio that I used to listen to for years on the internet went downhill and they fired everyone. I started listening to podcasts. I listen to his, and sometimes I listen to Kevin Sheenan until he annoys me. But
yeah.
But I listen to Al Galdi's. It's always pretty good.
Yeah.
I want to listen to the Brian Mitchell's new show. He's on. What is he on? The Fan with
he's on the Fan
someone.
with JP Finlay, like right after the Junkies. I've listened to him sometimes. I mean, they sound exactly like they sound. I don't know, sports show with Brian Mitchell complaining about everything and JP kind of continuing the show on. It's all right.
Play some damn football. You sucked on the field today.
If you're into the Washington football team, you probably like it.
I like Brian Mitchell. I've always liked Brian Mitchell except for when he was on the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, and the Giants.
But I loved Brian Mitchell. I mean, dude, we're getting to the age now where we're like clinging on to these old dudes.
I know, dude.
And
that's why I'm really surprised I got this Heineke jersey, but that's who, he's from Georgia, Sewanee, but he went to college here. Everyone here knows him. Everyone here was everyone was just like, who is this guy? And everyone's like, he's so good. And everyone from this area was like, well, he gets hurt all the time. That's why he's not starting for an NFL team. So
riddle me this, dude.
Yeah.
You still live in the Virginia Beach greater area.
I do.
How many times did you go see Tyler Heineke when he played for the Monarchs?
Let's see. I went to watch him live. I watched him 0 times.
You never made your way over to the stadium that I don't even know where
Hold on, but I watched him on TV numerous times each year because they showed the games on TV.
Like when he played, didn't they beat Virginia Tech? Was that him orchestrating that victory?
I don't think so. I'm going to look that one up. I think
Didn't they almost beat Virginia?
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to know his stats at Old Dominion before we get into this conversation. because I've never looked them up, to tell you the truth. But I know this, like, people are
They're
so
awesome, dude. He played in CUSA, man. He was through the roof. He was a fantastic quarterback in a mid-level conference.
All right, people are super hyped about him.
No, they are, for sure.
But you yourself have admitted that he's fragile, man.
He's totally fragile. That's why I was glad to hear that he put on 15 pounds, allegedly of good muscle.
I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe that will help with the whole injury thing if he's bigger.
Okay, yeah, they only ODU beat number 13 Virginia Tech just 3 years ago in 2018. And Heineke played like the early teens, like 11 through 14 or something like that.
Oh, really? I didn't realize he was that far out of school.
I'm gonna look him up so we can look at his all his stuff, his stats. And we're comparing him to Fitzmagic.
You're going to compare him to Fitzmagic like a 20-year veteran?
I thought that's what we were about to do, was compare the quarterbacks.
I know, but I don't think we can compare their stats. I just wanted to hear what his stats were in college.
Oh, they're awesome. But again, he played for ODU. He didn't play for Alabama. ODU.
Dude, I was thinking about this last week. I don't care what school you play for. I mean, if you play well, you play well. Like, you can't help it if the other teams you're playing against suck, because guess what? The people around you kind of suck. And you're still good. You can't help it. There's so many. I was thinking about this, like with Heineke. For all we know, the best quarterback ever to exist never even got to play in the NFL because he may have went to a small school or got injured. You know what I mean? Like, these small school guys, just because they went there, doesn't mean they can't hang with the big boys. Look at Pierre Garçon. Remember? He tore it up.
He went to Division III, Mount Union. They have 0 scholarships at that school.
Look at Jerry Rice.
Division III school. Yeah.
One of the best receivers of all time. Went to, like, Mississippi
Valley State or something.
You can't. I mean, I'm with you on that. Like, you can go to a small school and then kick butt. In fact, this dude, Patterson, that we got our only unrestricted, undrafted rookie free agent that we got, the running back that went to Buffalo. He kicked butt, and they said he showed well in training camp this week, or mini camp.
Yeah.
So
the biggest thing is that when you have to get guys that can look at these guys and be able to tell the people like Taylor Heineke playing for a mid-sized school or a mid-major, compare him to, I don't know, Dwayne Haskins at Ohio State. Dwayne Haskins was, on the national highlights and ESPN magazines and all that stuff.
Let's
talk about to the NFL and he couldn't do anything.
Let's talk about that. So you have on one side the dudes that never get any exposure because they go to these small schools and could be the best players ever. On the other side, you got these guys that are super hyped up because they go to powerhouse schools like Ohio State.
Right, yeah.
Dwayne has...
Cut!
Oh my gosh, he's going to so suck the rest of his career.
I think he's with the Steelers now.
Dude, Heineke showed more heart and skill in one game than Haskins showed in the entire time he was with us. He just sat on the sideline, licked his lips like that former coach of the Eagles. He's a lick. You can't trust lick lippers.
He's a lick lipper, man. You're talking about Chip Kelly.
Licker. Lip licker, not lick lipper. Lick lipper. He's a lip licker.
Lip licker.
Why did he do that? Him and Chip Kelly are lip lickers. You can't, if you have a lip licker on your team, you got to get rid of him.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen the lip licker, you need to watch Office Space, because one of those guys that comes in is a lip lipper that comes into the office.
Lip licker. Dudes that flail their tongues around their lips. You can't trust them. You can't trust them to play good football. You can't trust them to... they're just not upstanding individuals usually. You got to get rid of those dudes. No lip lickers.
No lip lickers. All right, so stuff about Heineke. Against New Hampshire in 2012, he passed for a Division I record 730 yards in one game. 730 yards.
What?
No, against New Hampshire.
You're kidding me, right?
No.
700
and everything. 730 yards.
What was the score of that game?
It doesn't say.
How the heck does someone in Norfolk, Virginia pass for 730? I don't care what level you are. How do you pass for 700?
Joe Flacco went to Delaware. Ben Roethlisberger went to, I don't know, Delaware. Well, there's another small school. All
right, you're getting me. You're getting me
comparative in the same vein as ODU. Same kind of schools. So it's very possible that Super Bowl winners have come for schools like this.
Dude, you're getting me hyped on Heineke now. And
I'm getting so hyped, even though I think Fitzmagic is going to be the starter.
You're getting me hyped because of one reason, though. Because of that 15 pounds of muscle. Yeah. My main concern with him was the injuries. He got injured in the one game that he played for us. But that means he balled out. He went... Dude, you realize that what he put forth in that game against the Bucs was the best showing of any quarterback against the Bucs in the postseason. Including Drew Brees, including who else? Patrick Mahomes, including Aaron Rodgers.
I know, dude. I know.
So why do you think he doesn't have a chance of taking the reins?
Well, I think Fitzmagic is going to go through a bad spell, and I don't know if I don't know. They keep saying that it's really a backup quarterback job competition between him and Kyle Allen. I don't even know why Steven Montez is there. I guess just in case somebody gets hurt. And we got a fifth quarterback from somewhere. I don't even know who this guy is.
Steven Montez Sweat.
Steven Montez Sweat. But I mean,
I know why he's there. We'll talk about that in a minute. Go ahead.
I mean, we all know Fitzmagic is a gunslinger, and he has awesome games as well. So we'll just have to see. I mean, everyone knows, especially in Washington, the backup quarterback is the best guy on the team. Everyone loves the backup quarterback. Joe Farrat, the Gus Bus.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the thing about Steven Montez that I was going to bring up. I heard some talk that they were going to try to convert him into a
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill, that dude from New Orleans, and I never can remember his name, that looks like a clone of Drew Brees. They're going to turn him into one of those type dudes that can come in and run a play and, you know, maybe run with it, maybe pass it, maybe go out for a pass.
Yeah. Maybe. We'll see if he makes the team. I don't think he's going to make the team. I think it's going to be Heineke and Kyle Allen. He might be a practice squad player.
Ron Rivera is huge on this position flex thing, like dudes that can play different positions.
Yeah, he is.
And we'll talk about that in a minute. But back to the quarterback thing. Mm-hmm. What do you think about him saying that there's an open competition at quarterback, Rivera?
Well, that's what I was just talking about. You know, I don't think it really is an open. I don't think it's an open quarterback competition. I think it's open backup competition. But if Heineke
balls out, if he balls out, you don't think they'll let him start?
No. I think it's Fitzmagic is his starter no matter what. And and I know a lot of people like Fitzmagic had a lot of interceptions and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Fitzmagic is a veteran throwing the ball and trying to do stuff in the middle of the offseason. Of course, he's not going to come in there sharp. He's doing things. He's like, hey, let's see what this new guy, can he catch this pass? You know, it's things like that. I am not at all concerned about it. But
I'm not concerned about Fitzmagic. Look at his numbers compared to the dudes we had last year. And that was his best season of his career.
20 years.
Dude, the last 2 years, Fitzmagic has actually been ascending in his career as far as numbers go.
Some quarterbacks are like that. When they get into the mid to late 30s, they're really, really savvy, and they know how to do things, and they've changed whatever it is that they've done usually so that they're I don't know, so that they're better at what they're doing. I guess I don't know. It's.
Yeah, I think some of that might be the fact that they've always had enough physical traits to succeed, but by the time they get to their mid-30s, all of the mental parts of the game is more in place. So they don't have to think about things as much, or they can recognize things easier and then, make the easier throws. But this dude, the dude's got an awesome beard.
His beard is fantastic, dude.
I would pay big money for his beard. But he went to Harvard, right?
He spills on his beard.
None. He gets it all in his mouth.
He probably does.
Dude, that guy went to Harvard, right? He's got to be super smart. I wonder what he got on the Wonderlic.
He got a 49 on the Wonderlic.
49?
We talked about him before, like on the podcast. Years past.
Do you realize that a perfect score is 50, right?
Yeah. Yep. He's way too smart for his own good.
Dude, what did Dwayne Haskins get? I gotta look it up. I guarantee you he doubled Dwayne Haskins.
Oh, probably.
Oh my gosh. All right.
My 49 is usually too smart, but some people still are able to do that. And do well. That guy that used to be a lineman for the Ravens is like going for his PhD right now. I can't remember who he is though.
All right, you want to know what Wonderlic? You want to know what he got? Wonderlic?
What did he get?
What did he get? Dang it! Where is it? All right, he didn't double. He didn't quite double Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins actually scored a 25.
Wow. Okay.
You want to know who's dumber than dirt? Kyler Murray got a 20.
Dude, there's people that have gotten single digits on this test. Now, I don't know if they're just not trying or what, but that's some really low scoring right there. But, those are probably guys who, Dexter Manley couldn't read. He graduated from college, he couldn't read. So some of these guys that are in the NFL are in the exact same place. You think everyone that comes out of Alabama can read? Mississippi State, Louisiana State.
Dude, we have the smartest quarterback in the division.
We have the smartest quarterback, you're right.
In the division.
We have the smartest quarterback in the NFL.
Championship. You realize I've already called it. I've called that we're winning the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, yeah.
Have I done that before? In the 20 years we've done this podcast.
RG3, I think you did.
Oh, I might have.
You were really big on RG3, man.
In 2012, I might have called it.
2012,
we got within...
That was 10 years ago. That was an exciting year, and that was 10 years ago.
We got within 4 games, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And, dude, that game that we were at to beat Dallas to go, I don't know if we're going to make it to another game like that again. Both games that we've gone to against Dallas have been huge games for us.
Yeah.
I'll never forget those. Toast me.
Oh, yeah. Chris Coolidge.
Wait, right to the middle of the screen. Right to the middle. Ready? Come on, coordinate. No, come to the... Ready?
Oh, I gotta go this
way.
Hold on.
Wait.
Oh, where'd my glass go?
Ready?
Here you go. Ting!
That, my friends, is a virtual toast around the world. Radford style. Ode to Radford.
Ode to Radford. I didn't even go to Radford.
But
I know all the party tricks on a 46.
All right, Fitzpatrick. I'm just double checking you on the Wonderlic score. I put Fitzpatrick W in Google, and it was like Wonderlic score. 48!
48. Damn, I thought it was 49. I thought he missed one. I thought he missed one. I swear I saw a story on ESPN that he missed one, and he did it on purpose.
It said he's making him one of only 2 current NFL players to make the top 10 all-time list.
Who's the other one? I wonder if it's that lineman from the Ravens. It's like the guy from Queen.
Benjamin Watson scored a 48.
He's a tight end, and I think he's retired.
Kevin Curtis scored a 48. Mike Mamula, the linebacker, scored a 49.
Whoa.
And Pat McAnally scored a 50.
Wow. Usually when you score really, really high, that means that you don't last long in the NFL. So it's kind of interesting to see the guys who score high and still are able to make it through for a while, because it's people that are that smart, sometimes they're too smart for their own good.
Wait, let's see what Heineke got.
Huh, I wonder.
I'm saying he got somewhere in the 20s.
Dude, I'm telling you, there was a guy like 2 years ago on the Redskins got a 9. It might have been,
A 9?
it was someone from LSU. I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Geis or if I'm thinking like way, way far back to what's his face that kind of looked like Python.
Dude, a 9, you're like borderline severe. I'm not joking.
Dude, I hear you.
I'm looking for Heineke's.
But, you know.
I'm looking for Heineke's. It shows like his injury. I found some site that player profile, his medical history report. It shows like a picture of a human body and like ailments like shoulder, elbow strain, foot tendon.
He was first he was with the Vikings. And he got to be third quarterback because Kafka got injured, and then got placed on the reserve NFL list with an off-field injury suffered between minicamp and training camp. He was active in November. The next year, no, that was the next year that was his second year with Minnesota. Third year, he was waived by the Vikings he was waived injured and placed on injured reserve. Then he signed with the Patriots, and then he was released in 2017. Then he signed with the Texans, practice squad. Then he got promoted to the active squad. He made his NFL debut against the Pittsburgh Steelers. However, after completing his only pass attempt, Heineke suffered a concussion. And then he was waived by the Texans the next year. Yeah, Heineke then, in 2018, played with the Carolina Panthers.
Heineke, wait. Heineke played with the Panthers?
Yeah, dude.
Is that where
Scott Turner worked with him, I think, at the Panthers and with the and the Vikings, I think.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
He went 33 for 53 for 274 yards with a touchdown and 3 interceptions, and then he hurt his elbow, and he was replaced by Kyle Allen.
Interesting.
And he was cut. Then he was signed by the St. Louis Battlehawks, who play at the Ed Norton Jones Dome in the XFL draft, but he did not see the field before they shut down. Then we all know exactly what happened with the Washington football team.
Yep. I think it's funny when people write, I'm in this thing looking up for Wonderlic scores. I think it's funny when people say, I consider them to be meaningless. That means you yourself scored a really low score.
I think usually that means that whoever says that probably scored a lot lower than they thought they would.
Like a 9. Anyway, enough about that, but I am interested to see the quarterback competition. I can't wait for preseason, which is only going to be it's already June 15th, so we're going to be looking at preseason in...
Dude, tell me about it.
6 weeks? 8 weeks?
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready for some preseason football. I missed it last year. I like preseason.
I do too, and I want to see. I want to see it.
I want to see all these, especially this year. We have so many like position battles that we're going to talk about.
Oh, I found that website you were talking about with him and all the stuff he's had hurt.
In fact,
body, yeah.
Where they show like this plexus
body's like this is glowing and blah 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 on the shoulder, and
it looks like one of those athlete's foot commercials where they show the foot like glowing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the linebacker situation, dude. Our linebackers,
right.
according to me, our linebacker situation is probably our weakest position.
In in the chat room right now?
In the peanut gallery tonight.
Huh.
What's up with that? Summer. I guess they're off.
It's summer, man. Everybody's off but me.
Yeah. Dude, you're not even done with your teaching yet, and the girls go back to school on, like, here. They go back on, like, July 18th or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
They're back in as soon as we get back from our trip to Washington for, like, 3 Nats games.
Well, I'm going to close this window because I keep getting weird lights on my face.
Yeah.
Is my background all messed up now with my Haneke jersey?
It looks good.
Doesn't look bad. All right, so yeah, linebacker.
Let's talk about it. John Bostic did not show up at the mandatory camp.
Yeah, all the people who didn't show up were excused.
Yes, but
he
already sucks. Let's just get to the point. And I think Khaleke Hudson's going to be filling his role.
That's very interesting. Well, that's what I want to see. Because John Bostic, all of our linebackers, I mean, we went at the end of last season, it was like, we need 3 new starting linebackers. 3.
And we've gotten 1 with our first pick. Jamin Davis.
Jamin. Man, I can't believe he's like, no, my name's Jamin.
So anyway, we got Jamin Davis, and we've got Cole Holcomb coming back.
Yeah.
And John Bostic. And besides that, we got Khaleke Hudson, our rookie from last year. My only hope is that Khaleke Hudson can come in and play strong, but that position is really weak right now.
It's so totally weak, and it has been for like 3 or 4 years at this point. We even had, I know someone, who was it on here? I think it was who is it? Frozen Yogurt had said that Luke Kuechly met with the linebackers recently. I read that as well, or I read the article on that as well. And I was like, man, I mean, he's had a bunch of concussions, so he's not coming back. But I was like, man, that would be really nice if he could. But it's cool to be able to talk to a guy who may very well still make the Hall of Fame, even though he had a short career.
Yeah.
I mean, you always want to talk to veteran guys that are like that.
Dude, he's not coming back. He's not coming back.
No, I don't think he will either, at all. I mean, again, like I said, concussions, multiple concussions.
The thing is, though, John Bostic is slow as balls.
Yep.
And Jamin Davis is a rookie. Now, this was an interesting comment I saw from Rivera. He was talking about he's talking about that, you know how he's huge on the position flex.
Right, yeah.
And he was talking about
how
what Collins already does is he flips into some linebacker positions on some packages. And he's talking about this whole position flex thing where it's like safeties, linebackers. It's more of a fluid thing.
Right. And putting out like nickel and dime coverages if you need to with like only 2 linebackers, stuff like that.
Yeah. So I don't know I think what they're thinking, Jack Del Rio, Rivera, is they're not that concerned about it because they're going to roll some safeties and take some of those assignments.
So we may see Landon Collins and Cameron Curl at the same time.
Yeah.
This year. All right.
Yeah. So, and maybe some less of John Bostic.
Yeah, I mean,
he missed the camp though, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets.
Yeah, I mean, he was at the voluntary OTAs earlier, so he made some stuff. He just had to miss it for whatever reason he had to.
Yeah, maybe he had a good reason, but
yeah,
we're definitely very slim, thin, I guess is the word, at linebacker.
That is, yeah, like you said, that is our kind of our weakest position,
in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think our strongest position is?
Wide receiver are very strong right now. Wide receiver and defensive line, obviously, between the two of those. Well, defensive line really is the bread and butter of really is kind of the bread and butter of how far we're going to go, and if we win the NFC East or get a wild card and go into the playoffs.
Dude, I'm pumped.
Both like the defensive line and also the wide receivers. So
defensive line stacked, dude, and with Ioannidis back, it's not even funny.
Oh, I know.
It's not even funny. Dude, remember how much he dominated 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Like, he was incredible. And now we got him. We got Chase Young. We got Montez Sweat, who's come into his own. It's Deron Payne, John Allen, who I think they're working on a contract extension for right now.
They're trying to, yeah. They're trying to fix that up.
Dude, we're totally set. Defensive line is set.
Yeah.
It's set. Like, I would venture to say we have the best defensive line in the league.
Rams
have one really good dude.
They have one fantastic dude, Aaron Donald. He's the best He's the best defensive player in the league right now.
One fantastic dude, but overall, depth-wise, I think we have the strongest.
Except for linebacker.
I'm just talking about the line, not the linebackers. Linebackers are a little bit weak. But I'm also pumped about the, like the safeties and cornerbacks, which I always like lump together in my mind.
Yeah, I do too.
That's always been so, like the last few years has been so questionable. But with Cameron Curl coming on and us getting our dude back in Fuller.
Yep.
And now we're getting Landon Collins back.
And dude, we also got St. Just.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about him. He apparently had an amazing minicamp.
Yeah, that's what I read too.
He was like the talk of the town for the minicamp. St. Juice. I'm excited about him.
St. Juice.
I think our defense is going to be exceptional. Like, solid as a rock. Dare I say, dominating. It's been a while since we have a dominating defense in Washington. It'd be really nice. I love defense. Like, there's nothing that thrills me more than just like 3 and out. Like, when they can't do anything against your defense, I'm just like, yes! Nothing.
Defense does win championships. The Ravens.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. You got nothing. I love it, dude. Just like, get that out of here.
Get out of here.
Not today.
No.
Not today.
I've yet to meet anyone that can imitate Dikembe Mutombo's voice.
You do a pretty good job.
Pretty good, but it's not as good. His voice is so unique.
Not today.
Do
you remember that game that came out a few years ago that you could play online? It was by Old Spice.
Right. It was by Old Spice, and it starred Dikembe Mutombo, and he had a pet called Science.
How do you spell his name?
Dikembe. It'll probably.
Oh yeah. I wonder if the game is still online.
I don't know. Yeah, he had a pet called Science.
Yes,
like,
it's called.
Hey, Science, come with me. No.
It's called Dikembe Mutombo's 4.5 Weeks to Save the World, and it came out in 2012. It's already been that old.
We're so old, man. It's like 10 years ago.
I want to play it. Can we still find it? Oh, it's not on. They took it off. It's not online anymore.
No.
Dude, the game was so awesome. Dikembe Mutombo's 4.5 Weeks to Save the World. And like when it was loading, it would be his finger going.
Hold on just a second.
Wagging. And like he was playing like the flute with like doves flying around and things. Dude,
it's as Old Spice as you would imagine Old Spice ads.
We gotta find that game. Someone has to have saved it.
Oh, dude. Did you see the picture I sent you today of Chase Young riding a horse?
No, I didn't even see the picture.
You did? Well, I sent you a link to it.
Oh, no, I didn't.
And then I sent you a text right after that to say, go ahead, click it.
I need to find it.
And then I sent you a text right after that being like, all right, it's really just Chase Young.
I didn't click it.
But he's riding like a horse, but it looks like a 14-year-old man-child riding a pony. He's so big, and the horse looks so small. But he's got like a helmet on because it's like safety and stuff. So it's pretty funny.
I didn't click on it because you were like, go ahead, click on it. Chase Young riding a horse. I'm like, I'm not clicking on this.
Dude, you should totally click on it. It's pretty funny. It's Chase Young riding a horse.
So do you read anything into the fact that Chase Young missed the voluntaries?
No, I think it was at summer camp riding horses. All I know is that he showed up for mandatory stuff like everyone does because, it's mandatory and not voluntary. And he kicked butt, and he was like loud and leader, and he, instantly suddenly you have your leader there. Montez Sweat is there too. Let's go, dudes, pick it up.
And I heard that he was like yelling at Jam and Davis, like, dude, run off the field after the play. That might, he was like, it may be important one day.
Nice. See, that's once again, it's all little stuff like that you never heard from Jordan Haskins ever. That's leadership. That's leadership in football.
And he's totally right. Like, how many times have the Redskins in the past gotten called for 12 dudes on the field because Tom Brady or someone like that is like, or Aaron Rodgers notices that there's some guy like
there's some 330-pound dude who's just like, I'm
lumbering off the field. Not even trying, just lumbering off, and they're like, hike. And then they get 5 free yards, and that's why Chase Young's like, dude, get off the field.
Yeah, totally. I love it. Mm-hmm. Now, also remember all this camp and the voluntary ones and everything. There's no pads. There's no helmets. Like, they have helmets, but they're not like making contact with each other. No one's tackling anybody. They're just breaking up stuff, passes, stuff like that. It's the real time we're going to start seeing stuff is training camp, which is supposed to be the next thing up. Thankfully, because Dustin Hopkins decided on the last day of minicamp to go and kick field goal through like the extra skinny goalposts that they put up, like the ones they put up in like a arena football. He kicked a 50-yarder right through there, and that got everyone out of like the last practice. Everyone got to leave early.
I bet they're pumped.
I'm pumped most of all because, we didn't draft a kicker. We didn't bring in any free agent kickers, and Dustin Hopkins definitely had the worst year of his career. But he also stabilized near the end of the year. And Ron Rivera is he's comfortable with the whole situation. So it looks like, I don't know, maybe last year was an aberration, an injury one.
Let's hope.
And now we've got Cheese Man.
Let's talk about Tress Way and Cheese Man.
He wants some butts.
So I saw somewhere where someone asked Tress Way how he felt about the new edition of Cheese Man, and he said it was nice to see new butts out there. It was nice to see a new butt out there. I love Tress Way.
Tress Way is the best, man.
I love you guys, man.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Will and Maryland on that sound bit, who always meets us up for our treks to Washington, D.C., it's looking pretty solid that we're going to be at the game where we totally destroy Tom Brady. Chase Young takes him out.
Tampa Bay.
In November.
Another Tampa Bay game.
So if you guys meet up with us, I'm sure our plan is going to be to hit the Hail BBQ before the game.
Yeah.
Hopefully hang out with Will and Maryland and any of you guys that can make the trek.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So
we always go. We always stay at a hotel in Virginia. We take the train in, walk up the hill, Go to
Hit Hail BBQ.
Hail BBQ. Look them up online. HailBBQ.com. I think.
Yep. Try not to get heart attacks from their crazy foods they provide, like double cheeseburgers within Krispy Kreme donut buns.
I don't know how many calories that was. I got one of those. I was like, oh my God, it's the best. It's the best thing ever.
I took one bite and was like, this has got to be like one of the most sinful things you can do. And I eat some bad stuff. But that, I was just like, I can't do this, dude. I just can't do it.
And I ate the whole
John's
thing.
just like...
Oh, man. That was great. That was
fun
that was
times.
great.
The best time with those Hail BBQ guys was the Dallas game in 2012 with the map of Texas.
And they were like,
forget.
they were like stopping random Cowboys fans to like point out where Dallas is on this map of Texas.
No one could do it.
One
guy.
person got it right. Mm-hmm. And he just like walked up and tapped it and walked away like he knew. Like none of these other people even know like the geography of where this.
It's because they're not from there.
It's a big state, but I mean,
they're not from there, dude.
I know.
They couldn't even point close to. There was dudes pointing down to like Mexico. Like,
oh yeah. There were people who were like
here.
pointing down like south of Texas and pointing like way off in West Texas and like Odessa.
Dude, it was hilarious. It was so funny that night, and we had like the remember you and I were in charge of the bonfire with like the s'mores.
We were. Yeah.
They were
like, you guys want to watch a bonfire? We were like, all right.
Sure. That was an awesome night, dude. Awesome. Like in the game, like we went into that game knowing we were going to win. Like we could not lose that game. And it was amazing.
It wasn't going to happen. The fans all knew we were going to win that game. We all knew. And we've been to plenty of games where we're like, I don't know if we're going to win this game or not. That's the only game I've ever been to where we're like, we're going to win this game. We're going to beat their Cowboy.
We beat them.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Rear ends.
Hopefully we will get to see one or two more games like that in our lives. Hopefully one of them is a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I want to see 4 before I die, dude.
I want to go to one before I die.
I want to go to one that we win before I die.
I really want to go to one that we win before I die.
If I go to one that we lose, I'll still be happy because we made it, but I will be so depressed.
I know, dude. It would be so... Oh, my goodness.
Can you imagine? Because we're going if we make one, dude. You and I are going to be there. We're going.
You and I have been talking about this since like the 80s.
We're going. If we make it, we're going to be there regardless of how much it costs.
Yep, we're going to go.
And hopefully we won't lose. But we're going to be there.
Yeah. All right, was there anything else to talk about with the Redskins? Or, sorry, the Washington football team this week?
Yeah, didn't I have something else in the itinerary?
Let's see.
Yeah, we're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. I called it.
I called it.
I think that's it right there.
I totally called it. No one else can call it. Even though people tried to call who we were going to draft and this and that, I called we're winning the Super Bowl this year. And all the pundits can laugh right now. They're not going to win. We're winning. We're winning it, dudes. We're winning it.
Dude, I know.
Mark my words.
How crazy would it be?
June 15th, 7:46 p.m.
I called it.
Dude.
Dude. Oh, man.
Oh, congratulations to Josh and Amy's son who just graduated.
Sam graduated. I went down for the graduation. It was a nice time was had by all. Josh got a pizza truck. Josh got a pizza truck for the graduation party. They just like pulled this like 1978 International giant truck turned into a pizza truck in, and they had like the brick oven, and they just like started making pizzas like whoosh, whoosh, and bringing them in.
Did you get the pizza I was suggesting? That you get you needed to get that one with the Rocky Mountain oysters on it. Did you ask for those?
No, dude, they made a barbecue, like pulled pork barbecue pizza. It was so good. It was
That sounds so good.
It was so good, dude. And they put like the dill pickle, like a few of those on. So, and I was like, that's gonna be weird. But with that, it was like you were eating a barbecue sandwich with a pickle on it.
Yeah,
It was good. It was good.
Man.
It was so good. Anyway, it was fun. Congratulations to Sam, who is on his way to
Scotland.
He's going to school in Scotland.
He's going to St. Andrews, man.
St. Andrews in Scotland. Hopefully, I'll be able to visit over there while he's in school. And so congratulations to him. And then now Amy and Josh are empty nesters, so maybe he'll have time for the podcast.
Right.
Did you see in Discord?
He'll show up sooner. He's going to show up
added
sooner or
him
later. I saw that you said
I was like,
at HHF Josh, but where is he?
At Josh, podcast tonight. And then crickets.
Dude. He'll show up eventually.
Crickets.
He shows up like once a year.
He didn't. He used to be around a lot more often.
Yeah, he did. Well, like I've said, once we start winning, he's going to show up more.
Dude.
Oh my goodness. Anything else we need to add before we round this thing out in the armpit of the offseason?
No, dude. The next thing we have is training camp.
When does training camp start? July?
Oh, man. I wrote it down, I think.
Is it going to be when I'm in Washington? Because if so, I'm there.
What days are you going to be in Washington this summer?
Like that weekend around July 16th. And then the next time I'm going to be there is November 14th for my birthday victory against Tom Brady revenge game because I hate.
Let's go, Tampa Bay.
Dude, we're revenging. Dude, I want to go to that game because I don't know if I've ever even watched on TV our team beat the Patriots at all, or any Tom Brady team, which would have been the Patriots.
Oh yeah, I kind of want to just see Tom Brady play like in real life.
I want to see him get beat.
Oh yeah, I want to see him play, and then I want to see I
want to see Chase Young
breaking him in half.
That's what I want to see.
And Sweat coming in, and
I want to see him get destroyed.
They're gonna make Tom Brady's sandwich.
I want revenge for that 55-0 game or whatever it was when Belichick went for it on 4th and 3 when they were already up by 50 or whatever it was. I was like, I'm done with it. Oh no, I will never forget that. Ever.
You never will forget that.
I want revenge in this game. Let's go! I'm pumped! And I want revenge for the playoff game. Let's go! Let's go, dudes. Who's joining us?
Who's joining us? That training camp is July 27th through 31st, and it's in Richmond again this year, which we already knew. We talked about that.
Let's go. Let's go.
See, I never go to training camp. It's too hot.
So it's going to be after I'm there. Dude, the training camp, you weren't able to go, were you? When I remember Josh and I went to the one in Carlisle.
You and Josh went, yeah.
That was fun because it's out in the middle of nowhere.
You love Carlisle.
It was in the middle of nowhere. It was the middle of nowhere, and there was football, and then a custard stand across the street. We saw Darryl Green, and then we walked across the street and got some custard.
Was it very similar to the Hall of Fame game?
It was a similar feel. Similar feel.
Yeah, because, at the Hall of Fame game, I went down to the field during the game because we were playing the Colts. That's when we saw Pierre Garçon playing for the Colts then. And Vinci the Clincher for us. And you go up, and it was like a 3-foot metal. It was
like you're at a high school game.
It was like you're at a high school game, and the players were literally I could have reached my hand out and started tapping players on the back like this. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, dude, what's up? I didn't because that's really weird, but I could have. I was like, I can't believe I'm so close to these guys. Jason Taylor.
I could smell their butts.
I could smell them.
I can smell their butts. Yeah, it was like that, but it was like it was like this different feel because you were like at a small little college.
Right.
So it was like I don't know how to describe it. It was almost like you were at summer camp watching these players practice, and then you got custard across the street. When was that? Was that when we lived in New York that we went up there for that? Around 2000? 99?
Around 2000?
Because when else would I have met up with Josh if we weren't going from New York to Pennsylvania? Because it was a short drive.
Yeah.
It had to have been. I remember I wonder when the last year they were in Carlisle was.
We can look it up online.
Let's do that. But yeah, I'm glad we got to do that.
Redskins, Carlisle, PA.
They should
the Redskins moved training camp to Carlisle.
They should do that.
Oh,
again.
I do not have access to that.
I'm on the Washington Post.
Yeah, I've opened up too many Washington Post pages today. Local journalism.
They limit you unless you pay.
And I'm not paying for that.
I'm not paying for news. Why would we pay for news anymore? You can get it for free.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know when they
was there. They were I think 2002
was the last
year that they did that, because Steve Spurrier didn't like it. Didn't like going to Carlisle. He wanted to.
Okay, so then
he was probably way too far from his golf courses.
So it was probably 99, 2000, 2001 when we went.
Yeah, and they were there forever.
Yeah, but that's when we went right at the end, and it was
right at the end of it. Yeah,
it was fun. It was awesome because we walked into the stadium, which were like the metal bleachers that you would see at like a middle or high school, and as soon as I walk around, I'm like 10 feet from Darryl Green. You know?
Yeah, you're like, holy crap.
Which was awesome, and I just sat on the bleacher and was just like, Darryl Green is like 10 feet in front of me playing football right now. It's Darryl Green. One of my favorite players of all time, and I don't care what he was doing. He was playing football 10 feet in front of me. And it was an awesome time. But anyway, I think we should round this out because no one cares about these stories, especially the people that weren't born when we actually won Super Bowls with Darryl Green.
Yeah, unfortunately. That was a long time ago, 1991. Every year, it's another year.
Yep. Anyway,
there we go.
We're going to round this thing out. Send us some message. Join our Discord server where you can contact us 24/7. And that is discord.gg/5YW. 5YFT is the, invite to get into our server, where you will find a bunch of Redskins fans.
Oh, yeah. And Redskins fans from all over the world.
Yep.
It's very nice. It's very nice that we have somewhere to communicate, to do that. It's nice.
Yeah, that's the best place to contact us. But you can also reach us on Twitter at HarryHog.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it, right? We don't really check emails.
Who checks emails nowadays? It's 2021.
Email is so old school.
This is 2021. Who does that?
Sonny! Anyway, so reach out to us there, and I'm looking forward to training camp, and I'm pretty pumped for the championship season coming up. Why are you smiling?
I'm 46.
Are you doubting?
Waiting for that championship season to come around.
You're not waiting much longer, dude.
I hope.
We will have another Lombardi trophy before you reach 47, my friend.
I hope so. Barely.
We will do it, and we will be there. We will be there. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys next week. Maybe.
maybe not. We might take a couple weeks off. We'll see.
Wait, did we end the music?
Oh.
We talked through our music?
Oh, man.
Which you induced.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Hail to the Redskins, and if you see a Cowboys fan,
Joker!
Joker!
I think Cowboys.